If you're looking for a great holiday gift this season or a great birthday gift for one of those super geeks out there, you know who you can talk to?
Dan Gilvezan, the original Bumblebee.
He wrote this book called Bumblebee and Me, and you know what? It's geek approved by the Breaux show here.
DarthDevious.
And by me, Screamers. I did the original artwork.
Well, of course you're going to like it then, aren't you?
Of course.
Check out this book, available on Amazon.com and possibly at conventions nearby.
And it's only $6.95.
So, tell us, Rose, tell us about the book and how you're involved with it.
Well, I'll tell you where it began. I was talking to Dan Gilvezan. Yeah, he's on the back there. I was talking to him a few months back, and I know he had already wrote one book, and I says, Dan, if you do another book, can I help you out with it? And he says, funny you should mention that, because I said, I'm working on a new book called Bumblebee and Me. And he says, I'm just starting to write it. And he said, I would love to have you do the art. So I talked to Tony and I said, well, give me some ideas. And he said, well, have Dan sitting in Bumblebee. So that's what I did. I drew that up and sent it to Dan. And he liked it. We were going over it a little bit. And he asked me to proofread what he had written. And Tony and I both read over it, and it went from there. But it was like a 2-month process. I'd say around 2 months that Dan had been talking with me about it. And then he said, well, I decided I'm going to put that picture on, and he sent me this not too long ago. You need to be Bumblebee.
Why is somebody going to write my autobiography? I get beat up every week. Doesn't anyone care?
He does get beat up.
No.
But, we kind of went together, you know, he talked to me about it and everything, and I gave him some ideas. There's a couple ideas even in the back. When you look at the character list he had Nitro, the cat, on there, and I said, well, he wasn't actually a Transformer. Tony actually mentioned that. So he changed the casting list. I gotta find it now. But things I want to point out in this book are the rare pictures that he has in here, and articles from back in the day. And I don't know if you can zoom in on this, but there's Michael McConaughey back in the 80s, Peter Cullen back in the 80s, Dan Gilvezan, BJ Ward, for those who know Scarlet, and Paul Eiding. I just thought it was pretty cool. And then there's shots of him with Frank. And this is actually a recording studio where it all happened, where all the Transformer and G.I. Joe episodes were recorded.
Wow. That's a cool book.
It is really neat, and I would recommend any Transformer fan get this. It's amazing.
Now, where are they going to be able to find it?
You can buy that on Amazon, but I know in California, Dan's going to do some signings, and I've been talking to him. I think he should do some conventions, do some signings. And they're really cheap. To get a copy like this, it's only $6.95 on Amazon. And sometimes you can get for free shipping. And he also, on Kindle, he actually will read it to you. And that's even cheaper than the book.
Wow, well, we're going to have to check that out. Thank you, Rose, for stopping by.
Buy that book or face my wrath!
One more time. Here we go.
If you're looking for a great book this holiday season or for a birthday present for a super geek out there, buy Dan Gilvezan's book.
I love you, Dan.
Wait, let's try this again.
If you're looking for a great holiday gift or a birthday gift for the super geek out there, you want to talk to Bumblebee. Well, the next best thing that you can do is talk to Dan Gilvezan.
Gilvezan.